Hey trainers, Poke Dad here, along with a grumpy dancing bear at first base.
Who?
Use
we have a
who?
special guest?
Yeah. You're not gonna say your name.
Oh, I'm KK Shiv 128, but
Okay.
I don't know who the other person is.
Okay, the grumpy bear at first base. Alright. Without further ado, please hit the like and subscribe if you like seeing competitive Pokemon content, getting ready for World Championships, getting ready for regionals, tournaments, locals, etc. We have the content for you. Now, we were going to change the name to For the Knockout. However, upon investigation, there's already a channel with a similar name. Therefore, we are searching again. And the front runner is KK Quaza.
No.
No, that's not.
No.
Okay, so KK Quaza is not the front runner.
He's not.
Okay. So, we're still in the process of figuring that out. But right now we're trying to figure out how good is Shiftry Zoroark.
Yeah.
Is it for real? Is it a joke? We're about to find out. I'm playing the usual Buzzwole. You can tell from the green sleeves. Caden, of course, gets to test all the new ideas. Now, little background on the Zoroark Shiftry. We built it just like we did Zoroark Empoleon and Zoroark Gardevoir, which we've had lots of success with both the decks. So, same engine, same skeleton, just added in the Shiftries instead of Empoleon or Gardevoir. So, heads it is.
Tell us.
Tails it is. So how do you think... This is our first time playing the Shiftry deck, so we don't know if it's going to be consistent or if it's going to be garbage. But, like I said, it's got the same engine as the other three decks like it, and they all have been successful for us in the past, so I would expect this to be successful too.
Our choice band. And then Cynthia.
Shiftry's first attack for one grass does 40 in confusion. Second attack, grass DCE, does 90, and then if you have the same number of cards as your opponent, it does 90 more. There's ways to manipulate that. Somebody stacks, obviously.
And pass.
We can manipulate it with Zoroark, discarding to drop our hand to equal what our opponent has. We can Ultra Ball for, let's see here, I'm not sure what I want to get down. I feel like I want to get down a Buzzwole and start spreading. So let's do that. Where was I? Oh, we have ways. Zoroark to build up her hand. Sorry, I got sidetracked trying to find Buzzwole here. Zoroark to raise our hand up. Guzma, the one with grass. And then Jet Punch for 30, and then 30 on a another one. And we also run 2 copycats. That lets you draw equal to the number of cards your opponent has. So we've got several different ways to make it work.
Copycat.
2, really?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if it pays off.
Pass.
Rockruff, Sycamore. Dancy. Strong. And I'll Jet Punch, and then 30 more on that one.
Drop turn. DCE. Bridger. And then 20, 40, 60, 80, 110.
Remoraid. Floatstone. Attached to Rockruff. Ultra. Bring up a Zero. And then Jet Punch, and then 30 on the other Zero.
Drop turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lele. Well. Zero is fine.
Energy drive for 110.
Touch. Quickly heal using it. Grab Regirock. Second one. Baby Buzz. B-string. Dangerous Rogue. Scooping. Game 2.
Pass.
Guzma up 0. And attack. Not the ideal start for the Dancing Bear at first base. Also here coming up pretty quick.
I'll go first.
Okay. After he goes first. Here pretty quick. I have a Poke Parent tournament at Worlds. So while Caden's playing his games on day 1, I'll be playing a Poke Parent tournament, and the rules of this tournament are pretty crazy because all Poke Parents are crazy, so it works out good. 40 card deck, 4 prizes, Cards that are legal are sets from Sun and Moon to Celestial Storm. No GXs, no EXs are allowed. Banned cards are DCE, Baby Buzz, and Beast Ring. I think are the only 3 that are not allowed. Now the catch is you cannot play more than 2 of the same card except for basic energy. So 40 card deck can't have more than 2 of any card. No GXs, no EXs. So, and I just found that out this today, around after lunchtime today. So, been trying to rack my brain on what could be viable, and so far, the best thing I've come up with 2 ideas. Okay, the first one is go with like a since fighting has a lot of good 1 energy attackers, like the Regirock and some other stuff. Well, maybe not. Okay, let me rewind. I was thinking a deck of like big basics.
Pass.
Big basics that have like 130 HP and stuff like that. Might be good. I'll use corner. So it's my turn to dead draw.
Air Candy. Shiftry.
So, big basics that have around 130 HP, 140 HP, 120. And so I was thinking there might be more metal Pokemons that fit that description.
Copycat.
6. So, that was my first thought. But then I got to thinking about, well, you're only going to be able to play 2 Ultra Balls, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever you pick isn't going to be very consistent. So, immediately I was thinking, alright, stage 2s are out. But then I got to thinking, I'm like, well, I could play 2 Mysterious Treasures. So, now we're looking at 2 Ultra Ball, 2 Mysterious Treasures. And now, I was thinking, that gives me options to play Psychic or Dragon. Now,
Pass.
I could add in Brooklet Hill, okay, to search out fighting. So then I got to thinking, Garchomp. Stick with me here. 2 Ultra Balls, 2 Brooklet Hills, 2 Mysterious Treasure. So 6 ways to get the dragon or the fighting. Now remember, the Gabites, they made fighting and dragon Gabites. So I can play 2 of the dragon, I can play 2 of the fighting. Yeah.
It has the same name.
It's a different card. Completely different card. On if you were going to fill out a deck list, you wouldn't put 4 Gabites because they're different cards, since they're different types. They have the same name, but they're different.
It's like playing the baby Yveltals. There's the one with the Oblivion Wing and one with the ability that the tools have no effect. You can't play 4 and then one of them.
Here's my Zork. What are you talking about?
You can't do it.
Why?
Because they still have the same name.
Yeah, but they're different cards.
That doesn't matter. Same name.
So 130. So you're saying I can't play 2 fighting Gabites and 2 dragon Gabites?
Yep.
Well, I thought I had a good idea. Because I was thinking, alright, because remember, you can only play 2 rare candies. So, but you still have the consistency because it's only a 40 card deck. And if you have 2 Ultra Ball, 2 Mysterious Treasure, and 2 Brooklet Hills, then you'll get out your pieces fairly consistently. And then in the stage 1, Dragon and Fighting also. And then you could run 2 of the Turbo Assault and then 2 of the Dragon Garchomps. But my concern was the energy count. But you don't think that would work?
No, I don't.
You don't think playing... I don't know. So that's the challenge I'm faced with. So maybe my original idea of the big, basic metal Pokemon might be the way to go. I don't know. So you might see some crazy deck testing of that to help me get ready for the tournament. So don't be alarmed if you see like 2 40 card decks going at it with weird cards.
Uh, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70 times 2, 140.
Drop a turn. Fill blower. Bring up the Zoroark. Attach for turn. Jet punch. That's not a knockout?
10 short.
Alright. Jet punch here. And then 30 on Shiftry.
Sigma. Trade number 1. Rare candy. Shiftry.
So what are you thinking I should play? Or did you even give it thought when I called and told you? Start thinking about it.
No, I fell asleep. Trade number 2.
Nice. See what I have to work with? He fell asleep. On his computer all night long.
Right, speeding.
Guzma up, Shiftry, and then Dangerous Rogue.
Wait, which one did you want? The one with 30 damage or not?
No, the one without. Because it's a clean 250. But it wouldn't matter, it's strong anyways. So I don't really want to play 2 different types of energy
Drop turn.
to make it less consistent. Since you're only playing 2, maximum of 2 cards, supporters are going to be a problem too. I imagine I'll have to play like 2 Cynthia, 2 N. Sycamore's out of rotation, so that's not an option. So I'll probably have to play 2 Lily. But I probably won't be able to make use of Lily and get my hand size down because I'm limited on Ultra Ball.
Trade.
So I'm actually thinking maybe a Psychic deck just so I can utilize. I'm thinking if I can for sure set up, then I can automatically beat at least half to 3/4 the field. So I'm already thinking something with Psychic along with the Ultra Balls. So Mysterious Treasure.
And then Confusion.
Sycamore. Elixir. Fibbler. Treat. $20, $40, $70.
Draw. Wonder Tag. Guzma. Bring up the. I'll go for the Rockruff. DCE. And then Energy Drive for 60.
Hill, Planet. Dancy. Attached Choice Band, Cynthia.
Tap.
Touch. $20, $40, $70, $90.
Drop 10.
So this was like my first initial thought. I could play these and a Diancie,
Trade.
but what other good fighting Pokemon are there to go along with it that's an efficient attacker? Because remember, there's no Max Elixir,
No.
there's basically no energy acceleration. So, it's going to be tough. I'm going to have to really dig deep into the old poke binder and into the poke brain and figure this one out. So what are you thinking of Shiftry so far? Tough getting the 3 attachments, the grass and TCE attachment.
That's not the hard part.
Really?
There's just 2 things in the discard pile that I really need.
What, copycat?
No.
I'm not sure why you didn't. Well,
Trade.
I don't know.
Trade. And I'll do 80 in confusion.
Drop a turn. Brooklyn Hill. Baby Buzz. Jeez. Base string. B string. Stone. In. Super Rod. Two basics and Buzzwole. Confusion does what, 30?
To itself.
Okay, so there's no point in not doing it. So, going part. Heads goes through. So, 20, 40, 70, 90.
Drop a turn. Fibbler. Attach return. And then I'll do his attack for 80 in confusion. After I need a long time.
Let's see here. Turn. Brooklyn Hill. Buzzwole. Attach. Second one. I'll do his attack. Sledgehammer.
Drop turn. Trade. Attach. Psychic for knockout. Card that I needed.
And jet punch. So what do you think?
I prized my puzzle and not it really cost me.
So what do you think of the deck though? Is it? What do you think? Talk to us. Talk to your fans.
I don't know. It's weird. I didn't set up game 1. And then game 2 you didn't set up and still lost.
I think it's a tough play for the same reason Glaceon's kind of a tough play. It's not as easy to attach and dig for a DC. You know what I mean? I have not played the deck, so I don't know. But, I mean, wasn't that always the problem with Glaceon? Or even Jolteon, or any of those decks like that? When the format's slower, that's fine. You know?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. What do you think? Test it against Malamar? Tomorrow or what?
Sure, we can do that.
Okay. I don't know. I would say I'm on the fence, but I think I'm leaning towards falling off the Shiftry fence on whether it's good or not. I think there's better options. I mean, I don't. Do you think Zoroark Gardevoir is better than it?
It may not. But it's so tight and you can't really tech for that many matchups. And you just, I don't know if it's that good.
It seems rough with the 2 attachments. But alright, well, we'll see, I guess. We'll tomorrow night we'll test it against Malamar. And if it doesn't perform tomorrow night, then we're done messing with it.
Yep.
Because right now, from our testing, would you say Rayquaza Elixir or Rayquaza Vikavolt?
I don't know between those two. They're both good.
They both are good. I think the safer would be the Max Elixirs.
Yeah.
Just because you're not dependent on a turn 2 Vikavolt. You know?
Yeah.
So.
But I think once the Vikavolt gets set up, I think that makes Vikavolt stronger than the Max Elixir version.
It does. Inherently, it does. But it's that initial setup. I mean, that's riskier, in my opinion. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, there's people who played Bulu in the entire tournament, they get turn 2 Vikavolt. You know, there's some people that play Vikavolt and they can't get the turn 2 Vikavolt to save their life. You know, so who knows? We'll keep working at it. But tomorrow night we've got Malamar versus Shiftry, okay?
Alright.
Alright, so till then, be excellent to each other.
And party on, dudes.